Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh.
And I'm your reporter, Kaylee Riccatelli.
We're so happy you're here today. Get ready for an exciting show ahead. We'll learn about an artist's inspiration for her sculptures that represent women empowerment in Wilson. We'll discover the beautiful art that you can create at a DIY studio in Bogue. Plus, you'll find out how to get a fantastic deal when you dine at this amazing E&C restaurant. And that's all coming up soon. But now we need to get into what makes this day special.
What makes today special?
So today is International Invasive Species Awareness Week.
Ooh,
yes.
Very interesting one. Very relevant to this area.
Very relevant. So It's not just today, it's the entire week, the last week of February. And basically, it's invasive species are non-native plants, animals, or microorganisms that can cause harm to the environment, the economy, or to ourselves. And this week aims to educate the public on preventing the spread of invasive species through various activities and events. So this week is normally filled with tons of initiatives that people can join to help with this spread. And it's been said that the U.S. spends over $120 billion annually to manage invasive species in our economy.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a lot. Yeah.
That is a lot.
Mm-hmm. But there are ways that you can help out. You can help by cleaning out your outdoor gear and not releasing pets into the wild, and also planting native species in your own garden. So those are some ways that you can help out with this this week.
And I know one place that I would definitely check out if you want some more information on invasive species that might be doing events this week. I probably should have checked into it. But the North Carolina Estuarium in Washington. I've done a story on them that we've aired on here before. They do a lot with educating people about invasive species.
Yeah.
I know one that they mentioned while I was there was the red-eared slider, which is a kind of turtle that is not native to here that people like to get as pets. And then they release them into the wild, and then they encroach on the territory of the yellow-bellied slider, which is a native species here.
Wow.
So, check them out.
Check out the estuarium for sure.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
So, don't release your pets.
No.
Love native plants.
Yes. Love them. What else is it today?
So today is also National Trading Card Day.
Ooh, awesome.
Which is super interesting. So trading cards actually started in cigarette packs. So because they're usually made of cardboard or thicker paper, so they would put them in cigarette packs to make them sturdier. And it would usually just advertise cigarettes or contain like trivia, that kind of thing. And then I think on the 1930s was when it started being more sports related because, you know, it was usually men getting cigarettes. Men love sports, so they made it more sports geared and would include players, like pictures of players and all that kind of stuff. And then I think it was around 1951 or 1952 was when they started putting like stats and records and all of that on there for each player. And now they would sell them with gum. Because then kids started collecting trading cards. And then they stopped selling trading cards with gum in 1981. And that was when they just started selling them completely on their own in packs. And now there's trading cards for sports, for TV shows, for games, all that kind of stuff. And the most expensive trading card, how much do you think it sold for?
I don't know. And is it in the millions? Yeah, I don't know, like 10 million.
A 1952 Mickey Mantle Topps card sold for $12.6 million in 2022.
I was close.
So
wow.
That's not even like an inflation thing. It's just
that's wild that a card is that much money.
$12.6 million. It was like mint condition.
Wow, that's amazing.
1952. But yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, you know, break out your trading cards today.
Yes, pull them out. Pull them out. Awesome. And so now it's time for our E&C event. You can join historian Antoine K. Hunter at Jocelyn Hall in Morehead City at 6:30 as he shares his research on the Black laborers who helped prepare Fort Macon for war. You can learn about their physically demanding work, why they took into a Confederate state, and why their efforts still matter today. It's free to attend, and for more info, be sure to head to the Carteret Community College website.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
That is really interesting. I don't know a whole lot about Fort Macon, honestly.
I don't either. So
maybe we should go and find out more.
Yeah, it's always cool to learn more about the history in our area at ENC.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Check it out, y'all. Welcome back. I'm your host, Davia, and today we are at ECU's GlasStation in Farmville to learn all about the history of glass blowing. Look how cute this ghost is. Pirate Nation. So we are here with Michael Tracy, an assistant teaching professor here at the GlasStation. Michael, thank you so much for having us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so can you please tell us just some history about glass blowing itself and what you all do at the GlasStation?
Okay, well, the short form of the history of glass is that glass has been used as a material since around 3000 BCE. Glass blowing first came around the AD BC crossover, somewhere around then. So we've been blowing glass for about 2,000 years. Now, at the GlasStation, we're here because of something called the American Studio Glass Movement, which was a movement started in the 1960s by a ceramicist. And the basic summary of that is taking glass out of the factory and putting it in the hands of individual artists. So as a byproduct of that, university art programs now have glass blowing as an option, and that's the reason I'm here.
Very cool. Now, how did you get into glass blowing specifically?
Oh, me specifically?
Yes.
Kind of by accident. I was a college student at the University of Texas in Arlington. I was a drawing concentration within their art program. My career goal was I wanted to be possibly a designer, possibly a conceptual artist in the toy industry. I took glass blowing as an elective and I kind of fell in love with it and I never left the shop.
Wow, that's amazing. I really find it cool how, like, when you're adding the colors to the glass, that's really cool to see, like how that transpires. Yeah, yeah.
We could melt color glass in our furnace, but then we would have to make 400 pounds of purple things.
Oh, gotcha.
So we buy pre-made color glasses.
Okay.
And glass is very idiosyncratic. You can't just mix and match any random glass together. It has to have a compatible expansion rate. So the stuff we're buying comes from a company in Germany that makes glass specifically for glass blowers.
What would you say is like challenging for people that are learning glass blowing for the first time?
That is a fantastic question. Because glass blowing does have a steep learning curve, and I think probably the biggest learning hurdle is learning to rotate the pipe and keeping the glass on center.
Gotcha.
Most other problems you encounter when learning probably were a result of not keeping the glass on center initially, and it takes a good 6 months to a year and sometimes more of consistent practice before muscle memory takes over and your hands are just doing it for you.
Gotcha. And I know like there are some safety precautions as well before you do glass blowing. Can you tell us what those are?
Well, just learning how to move around in the studio. Glass blowing is very much a dance in a way. So there's certain moves you have to learn down to even just how to grab the pipe. You can't tell visually the difference between a cold pipe and a hot pipe because it doesn't start changing color till it's well over 1,000 degrees. So there's a very specific way we grab pipes to make sure we minimize the chance of getting a burn.
Okay. Wow.
But even other things like the area between the bench that we work at and the furnace that we're reheating at, that is the glass blower's territory. People are not supposed to go in there unless they absolutely have to.
Gotcha.
A lot of the rules we follow are very similar to well-organized commercial kitchens. I've been told that by some chefs.
Wow, okay. Very cool. Well, where can people find out more information about GlasStation?
They can check with the ECU does have a website that does have information about our facility. We also do have a Facebook and an Instagram page. I'll be honest, I'm not the best at keeping it up to date, but I do always post when we're going to be doing our public demo nights.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing. It's time for the moment of Zen. Use this time to calm your mind, whether that's by taking a few deep breaths or meditating. Let go of any distractions or stress and focus on the present. Use this time to relax and find peace.
I'm Kaylee Riccatelli, and coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, check out this coastal crafting paradise for artists of all ages. Hammer and Stain Crystal Coast opened in October of 2023 as a space for artists and crafters to come together to learn, create, and share ideas. They offer classes in varying medias as well as open hours for artisans to come in and work on unfinished projects. All right, like a year is quick to build like a little community here.
Right.
But you've already grown one, and it seems pretty tight. So tell me about the people that you have met and brought in as a result of this shop to like instruct and just do art.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that are on vacation that come in that just want to do an art project, that will come in and do a kit that we put together and give them the paint and everything that they need. We have a lot of locals that come that see a project they want to do, or just want to come in and hang out and have a drink and, you know, whatever, they bring their own things. And then I have a group that comes in that I kind of snag, that once I find out they can do something that I can't do, they're my craft people, as we call it. So you kind of have a choice when you come in. Do you want to just leave with a product? Do you want to learn how to do it? Or do you want to hang out with people like yourself?
Why do you think it's important to provide a space where not only can you learn, but you can just meet and craft with people like yourself?
This is important in this area that I learned when I was growing up. There's not a lot to do. And this gives somebody a fun place to come, just to come and hang out and talk and have ideas with each other. So we've become a pretty tight community. We offer some children's classes. We try to always do a resin pour a month. And most of the time people can, if it's not the exact project that we're doing, a lot of times we can accommodate for them to do something that they've seen but they haven't done yet, that we offer. We always do a crushed glass class, so mosaics or things like that.
Do you need to be of a certain skill level to take a class here, or could anyone come in?
No, anybody can walk in and take a class. We always make sure that everybody has as much help as they need and want. And we will have some projects in the future that will be advanced, but that will be people that have already been in and used to that project, and we'll let that know. We do let children come in. 12 and over can do resin, but we have a lot of children that come in with their parents and do some things, so that's something that we're always up to.
And so one thing that is very noticeable just coming in here is your eagerness to introduce new classes and try new things. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from, and why do you want to offer so many mediums and ways to craft?
I grew up crafting. That's the only thing there was to do here in the winter. So I love new things. I love to learn to do new things and from other people. And if you do the same thing over and over and over again, a lot of times it gets redundant. And this is not a job to me. This is kind of my retirement. This is what I want to do. This is what I figured out I wanted to do when I grew up. We take it very seriously. We want to be the hometown people, and when somebody walks in the door, most of the time I know their names. So, and I want people to be able to come in either with the group or by themselves and feel comfortable here.
Where can people find you to get in contact and learn more?
You can find us on the internet, Hammer and Stain Crystal Coast, and then we have a website that you can click on the website and say get tickets or whatever, and we'll have a whole calendar of everything that we have for that month.
It's time for the life hack of the day. Did you know that you can use a to-go drink lid as a coaster? Just flip the cup's lid upside down, and this is supposed to catch condensation and keep your table dry. All you do is just flip it upside down.
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, to-go drink lid.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you flip it upside down. I had to think about it. Yeah!
It could work. Yeah, like in a rush when there's nothing else and you're like, I need something. I could see that working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, it's cupped.
Yep.
So it would catch the condensation.
It would.
Now,
And it has a little.
You would have to make sure it doesn't go in the straw hole.
Yeah,
And
because
that would-
there's a hole in it, and I just
Yeah.
thought about that.
But
Depends on the cup. I mean, the type of to-go lid that you have.
But honestly, that's a really good idea.
Right? Now it's time to jump into Black History Month Monday trivia. So Frederick Douglass was known for his work as is it A, scientist, B, an abolitionist, C, a jazz musician, or D, a politician? We'll have the answer right after the break. Don't go anywhere. Want to dine without breaking the bank? Coming up, find out how you can save and enjoy delicious country comfort food right here at Oak Steakhouse in Greenville. Stay with us. All right, we're back. So if you guessed B, abolitionist, you are correct. Frederick Douglass was an enslaved man that became one of the most influential abolitionists in American history. He advocated for the end of slavery and equal rights for all. He was born on February 20th in 1855.
The following segment is sponsored by Larry's Steakhouse.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Davia, and it's time for Be Our Guest, where we help you save money while having an amazing dining experience. And today we are at Larry's Steakhouse in Greenville. Be sure to head to WNCT.com and find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25 because these will sell out fast. So we are here with Lawrence Manning, the owner of Larry's Steakhouse. Thank you for having us today.
Thank y'all for coming today.
Of course. This food looks so amazing in front of us. What would you say Larry's Steakhouse is known for?
Well, we're different. We don't have just steak. You know, we have some country food. We do breakfast on Saturdays, but all of our stuff is fresh. We cut it fresh for you on the steaks and stuff. Salad bar is amazing. It's a 20-item salad bar. So very few salad bars left here in town, but the salad bar is really known. We're spreading really big on the salad bar too.
Awesome. So what are some of the items you can get at the salad bar?
Well, we got smoked oysters. A lot of people, like for the smoked oysters, but we got cucumbers, the tomatoes, the nice fresh lettuce. We don't use shredded lettuce. We use head lettuce, and peanuts, raisins, beets. A lot of people like the beets, so it's got a lot of things on there to choose from.
Great, that's awesome. Okay, so let's start with the steak right here. It looks great.
We got a certified 21-day black Angus ribeye that we slice fresh when you order it. And you can get this at lunch and dinner.
Okay.
So you don't have to just come in at night to get a steak. Nice. You can get it at both times, lunch and dinner, and it's a certified black Angus.
Now, how about your sides?
We have baked potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Okay.
And we have some fresh vegetables like string beans, potato salad, black-eyed peas, field peas, things like that, cream potatoes. Spaghetti is homemade spaghetti. We make this spaghetti sauce fresh the day before most of the time. It's not a store-bought, nothing in the can, nothing in the bag. It's just a good fresh sauce that we make local for you.
Okay. And I noticed there's a piece of toast. Does every entree come with toast?
Every meal you get,
okay.
Hamburger, steak, anything comes with Texas toast.
Great, awesome. What's this dish right
Grilled
here?
chicken breasts, 8-ounce chicken breasts. They're very, very moist, very fresh.
Nice, and that has some string beans
String
with
beans,
it. Okay.
has string beans with it, Texas toast again.
Awesome,
So,
great. What's this dish?
this is it's a bone-in pork chop. It's an 8-ounce pork chop. Very, very nice, very fresh. When you come in, we cook it, order it, we season it too. Baked potato, sweet potato. You can see this one has the sweet potato on it with the Texas toast.
What's this
Everybody loves the hamburger steak.
Yes.
I mean, this is Eastern North Carolina. We've been known for hamburger steaks. It's fresh, we pat it fresh.
Okay.
So it's gravy and onions. You can get it plain, you can get it gravy, ever how you want it, with the vegetables that are available. Or if you don't want that, you can get a salad bar on the side for extra, and just a baked potato, sweet potato if you don't want the country sides.
Amazing, looks great. Now we have
The grilled shrimp are amazing.
Yeah.
They come on the stick, and we season them, cook them on the grill for you. Also, too, we do salmon. I don't have it up here,
okay.
but we do salmon too.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now, what about your skewers? Can you get one or two?
You can get one or
okay.
two on the shrimp.
Okay.
Same thing with the salmon. You can get one or two pieces.
Nice, and that's potato salad.
Potato
with that.
salad, but you can get
Okay.
baked potato or sweet potato, any kind of vegetable you like.
Awesome. And you touched on the salad bar. This is an example of a great salad.
Yep, fresh salad. I mean, just come in and go to the salad bar. You know, we make it and bring it to you. Even if you call in an order for a salad bar, we let you come in and make it yourself.
Nice.
And take it with you. But all the items are fresh, the eggs, everything is fresh that we put on there every day.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Lawrence. I'm excited to dig in.
Hey, go for it.
Thank you. So You all be sure to head to WNCT.com and find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25 because these will sell out fast.
The previous segment is sponsored by Larry's Steakhouse.
It's time for What's in the Box. Both of us will stick our hands through the side of this box and guess what's inside. Let's go. Oh, I already... Is this? Ooh, it kind of has like a sticky...
Is it a piece of paper?
This is one of the things from Hear Me Out. I was right.
Oh
I'm
my
right.
gosh, who is it?
Who is it though?
Who is it?
This is Naveen. I was right. Wait, how did I guess that?
You did not guess it.
Wait, it's meant to be. Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember to enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Segments in today's episode are sponsored by Hammer & Stain and Larry's Steakhouse.